So much pressure, but we still here.
First and foremost, free up me blood clot Don. I'm your gracious host, Jimmy Hoffa, and we're back with another episode of the Vybz Kartel Show. And today, we're gonna be breaking down the brand new song, Pressure, featuring the up top boss, TeeJay. And yo, everyone who's a real supporter of my channel, who knows, been following me from day one, they know my favorite type of cartel songs are these conscious songs, these pain songs, these reality songs. So you already know that I love this song, and I'm sorry I didn't upload it sooner, but I've been very busy lately. But yo, I just want people to know this is some of the best music in the world, and it doesn't get enough ears like a Bad Man song or a Slack song would. So without further ado, teacher, please begin.
Thank you, Jah. It's a miracle we still here. Me go through so much in my life. Be a trial and tribulation. Ghetto youth like we've been through so much.
Adi the Innocent begins the first verse by saying, "Thank you, Jah. Thank you, God. It's a miracle. I'm still here. I went through so much in my life. Bare trials and tribulations. And ghetto youth like we have been through so much." You can hear the pain in his voice when he's speaking it, right? When he's singing it. He's just saying, yo, it's a miracle that ghetto youth go through so much in life. There's actually people in life who live a completely easy life. And I've known some of them. And they don't have to go through any trials and tribulations to become rich. They just get everything handed to them. And I always think it's crazy, the duality of living, that there's some people who go through everything and are still fighting and still alive. And then there's some people who will kill themselves, who will mess up their life, and they've been handed like a silver spoon, and they still somehow manage to mess it up. So the duality of life is crazy.
People have a hopeless life. Suicide on them mind. Do you blame them? Put on them shoes and walk a mile. Bet say you feel sorry for them, you know you hate them.
One Don then says, yo, suicide is on their mind, but do you blame them for having suicidal thoughts? And then he says, put on their shoes and walk a mile. And I bet you say that you feel sorry for them and you wouldn't hate them. Yo, what's more powerful than that statement right there? Those bars are crazy. Yo, do you blame certain people for wanting to not live anymore? Because every morning, every time they wake up, it's a struggle until they go to sleep again, right? Struggle to eat, struggle to bathe, struggle to just make it in life, to survive without getting killed. And then, if you could put on their shoes just for a day and really feel what it's like to actually live like this, then you would say, wow, I got a way different perspective on these people. Instead of walking by a homeless person on the street and just being like, ugh, whatever, you would probably say, wow, I've been homeless before. And when you're homeless, now you got a different perspective. I sit and I talk with homeless people, and I find out their stories. And some of them have the craziest stories in the world. And then you say, wow, he just got dealt a bad a bad hand in life, man. And it's not even his fault. That's not everyone, but that's some people. So it would change your whole perspective up, man. You would feel different and you wouldn't hate these people. You would understand how much going through a really, really tough situation could change everything for you. So, man, his lyrics is just too deep.
Me a fi wonder if ever real. Must have a reward for the suffering. I fi have a meaning for everything. Ghetto youth dead before 17.
Our great Gaza leader is an expert at conveying feelings into a message, into a song, into lyrics. So he said, yo, I gotta wonder if heaven's real, because there has to be a reward for the suffering. And then he said, there has to be a meaning for everything. Because there's some ghetto youth that are dead before 17. And I'm like, yo, the emotion put into this song, I mean, seriously. I gotta wonder if heaven is real. Because there's gotta be a reward for me just living this life of pain every day. There's some people born with no love. No love from their parents. No love from anyone. There's people in so many bad situations. There has to be a reward at the end. There's got to be light at the end of the tunnel, right? If not, what are we living for? So that's just an insane introspective line. And then he said, and there has to be a meaning for everything, or else it don't make any sense why a person could just be dead at 17 years old. They never even got to experience life. But there has to be a higher power or just some meaning to that. There's got to be reasons behind it, or else we're just living in complete chaos. So, just unbelievable lyrics.
When the girl do forget real, and the purple go escape. Granny sick but the pill there, and last year them kill her grandson, and the daddy now come home till 10 years.
World Boss then paints the craziest picture. And big up to whoever recorded this video, because they conveyed those lyrics perfectly on screen. But he said, you know, what happens to the girl that gets raped? And the perp, they just escape, right? So what's she gonna do? She has to walk around, and this perp this raper is still outside and walking around in the community, and she has to live in fear for the rest of her life. And then he said, Granny's sick, but the pills, they're not there, right? And her grandson, who used to go get her the pills, he got killed. Somebody killed her grandson, maybe by a stray bullet, maybe by whatever. Maybe it was meant for him, but her little grandson, now the person who got her the pills, keeps her alive, he's dead. And the daddy ain't coming home for 10 years. So now the father, he's locked up in prison. He ain't coming home for 10 years. How is she gonna survive? So she's gonna die by proxy just because of the violence that happened in her community around her own picnic. So it's just amazing. It's so sad because this type of thing happens all the time, and people don't know, you know, unless the story makes it to the news. People don't know about this stuff, but it's happening every day. And with that last line, we've reached the glorious chorus.
Me, yeah. So much pressure to bear. Judge, I wash everything. Wash away my fears. Me, yeah. So much troubles to bear. Judge, I wash everything. I make it.
Every time TeeJay and Kartel link up, they seem to make impactful music, some real music. They're not just making dance songs and all that stuff. They seem to really work together to make very powerful music that will last forever. And TeeJay's very talented, man. You know, he can just DJ, but he can also sing, and you can really hear the pain in his voice also. So it works perfectly together on a song. So he said, you know, I have so much pressure to bear. Jaja, wash away everything. Wash away my fears. And then he said, I have so much troubles to bear. Jaja, wash away everything. Me, I beg you. So that's just a cry out to God, because there's no one else who can help the ghetto youth. So you just gotta look to a higher power and say, somebody wash away this fear. Somebody wash away my troubles. Somebody wash away the pain. Please, I'm begging you, because nothing's looking good for me. And there's a lot of people I know that have been there, been in those situations where you lose all hope. I've been there. And you're just depressed. And you have to say, man, somebody help me, because, you know, nothing's working out. So the chorus is just amazing. The song is amazing. The rhythm is amazing. It's just this is my type of music. This is music that I like to listen to when I'm by myself, because I can reflect on a lot of things that I've been through.
Almighty, please, could you hear my cry? Too much Ghetto Youth, I get me tired and in a night.
TeeJay begins the second and final verse by saying, Almighty, please, can you hear my cry? There's too much Ghetto Youth that's dead, that's dying. And then he said, I'm tired of the 9 night. You can really hear the pain in his voice. You can definitely understand the emotions, right? You have to be deaf not to. And then he said, so I'm tired of the 9 night. And the 9 night is the equivalent of like a Christian wake. Before the funeral, we have the wake. And John knows I've been to too many wakes, too many funerals. But so I'm tired of it too. But he's tired of the 9 night. So that's the celebration before the burial. And you know, with the rate of violence right now in Jamaica, I'm sure every person in the communities are tired of all the killings and all the violence, and that goes for any place in the world where there's heavy violence. You know, there's great people in every ghetto that are just trapped there, and they're tired of it, man. Tired of seeing family members die, tired of suicides, tired of sleeping through gunshots. It's just, you know, it's something, man. It's something it's tough to speak on, because there's tons of people in this world that will never ever have to experience any of this.
Look like say no youth no one rich again. Got me call pan when me have me problem. Them tell we body of nerd. When you dead that mean you're gone in a hell.
The up top boss then says, it looks like the youth, they don't want to get rich again. So the youth is out here just dealing with violence and bad man shit, and they don't want to hustle and get rich and do something different with their life. And then he says, so God is who he calls upon when he has a problem. So he's got faith, right? And a lot of these ghetto youth, they don't have any faith, man. They're just out here trying to survive. So he said, you know, the churches, they tell him about heaven and earth. And if you don't know about the heaven and earth from the Bible or the book or the preachers, then that means when you're dead, you're going to hell. And I don't necessarily believe in that statement, that sentiment, but you know, I always respect people who have the faith and who want to live their life as righteous as possible. So it's a very dope song, man. And with that last line, we have reached the end of another TeeJay and Vybz Kartel masterpiece. As always, thank you for tuning in, Gaza Nation. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss an episode. I won't take up any more of your time. So until we meet again, it's Gaza me say forever.
I got so much pressure to bear in my life.